All right, how's it going, everybody? On to today's assignment. So this is going to be two parts, but as you'll see, a lot of this stuff is going to be just copy and pasting things that you've already done. All right, so let's talk about it. Part number one, right here. Let me go ahead and turn on my orange cursor. Oh, blue today. Okay. Right here, part one is going to be about the allusions that are found in MLK's mountaintop speech. All right, now you guys have just went through the video lessons, or at least you should have done today's video lessons. If you haven't, go back and do those now. You're going to need to. But if you've done today's video lessons, you should have your copy of this same set of Google Slides. And you guys in your copy should have some pretty thorough, thoughtful answers to these questions in green in these yellow boxes here. All right, so guess what? In today's assignment for part one, the first two things, the first two boxes, number 1 and 2, you can simply copy and paste your responses from your Google Slides into those two boxes. They're the same two questions. All right, so you've already got questions 1 and 2 done if you went through the lessons today. So that leaves question 3, and this is the only one you're going to have to actually answer for the assignment today. Okay, you still need to copy and paste these two, but this is the only new thought that you need to bring about. And that's going to be, what point is King trying to make with this allusion? Okay, now remember the lessons we just went through. The allusion was to the Good Samaritan. And so essentially the question is asking, what lesson is he trying to get across to his followers from that parable? How does he want them to reflect the lessons from that parable in their lives? How should they be more like, some of the characters in that parable? So why is he using that allusion? Why did he include that allusion in his speech? What point is he trying to make? What is he hoping to accomplish? All right, now be sure, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight this in yellow. Answer this question in CSRQ. And it's really easy to do that, guys. All you got to do is look at the question, what point is King trying to make with this allusion? And just take out the question word and instead replace it with the. So you could start it out with something like, the point King is trying to make with this allusion is, and then give me your answer, your response. All right, not looking for anything more than 2-3 sentences there. Whoops, don't need to do that. Okay. So just to refresh, my goodness, just to recap, you're going to copy and paste your two responses from today's Google Slides, the notes that you took in the first two boxes, and then in CSRQ, you're going to answer that last question, make all the connections. What point is King trying to make by using the allusion of the Good Samaritan in this speech? All right. Now, moving on down here to part number 2. This is going to harken back to the assignment from last week, paraphrasing practice. All right, so this first box here, just like the part above, this is going to be a lot of copying and pasting. All right, so last week, you guys should have done your 2 paraphrasing practice activities. All right, paraphrasing practice number 1 looks a little something like this. Was the assignment where you guys had to go through and highlight and comment on unknown words, highlight and comment on pronouns, and then do the sentence explanations, and then the overall idea from the passage, from the paragraph. What you're going to do is you're going to go through, and if you want, save you time, you're going to simply copy and paste your answers to all of the number 4s. Okay, so in a 1-sentence CSRQ, paraphrase the main idea, you're going to go through, copy all those, and then you're going to begin pasting those in these boxes here. Okay? So you'll simply copy all your number 4s for paragraphs 2 through 7, and you'll paste those in these boxes. That way you have a reference here to work with when you guys answer this second question. So if you're following along here, you're only really having to answer 2 questions. All right, but by going through and copying and pasting all of those paraphrases of each paragraph, you're giving yourself a reference here to work from. So what you're going to do here is you're going to use the frame that I've provided to write an objective summary statement of the I've been to a mountaintop speech. So overall, what was the whole speech about? What was the point? I provided this frame. So I want you guys to use this frame. So what I mean by that is, in your answer, you're going to copy everything that I have written in the black font. So you'll start yours out just like I did mine. In his, quote, mountain top speech, comma, Martin Luther King Jr. There shouldn't be a comma there, typo. Martin Luther King Jr. explains that. And then when you get to the bit that I have highlighted here and underlined, yellow, whatever, that's where you're going to give me your 2 cents. All right, so you're going to essentially answer that question while maintaining the flow of the sentence and making sure you're writing in complete sentences, you're punctuating properly, making sure it all flows. All right, so we get here. What main idea does King allude to throughout this speech? So after you've copy and pasted all of your paraphrases for each paragraph, just skim through there and see what's like the recurring theme throughout all of them. What's the thing he keeps talking about over and over again? What's the idea that he keeps hitting on time and time again? And that might be the main idea that he's alluding to throughout his speech. So what is he trying to get across? What point does he want his audience to take away from that speech? Think about that. Okay, so then after you've answered that part, you're going to go ahead and copy down the black just like I did and challenges the audience too. And then the second part of this answer that you're going to have to come up with on your own is an answer to this question. What call to action does King seem to expect from his followers? All right, so think about what is it that he's trying to inspire them to do? What is it that he's trying to get them to go out and actually practice, as opposed to simply say they're going to do it? He's trying to get them to practice what they preach. But what is that exactly? Okay, so he's trying to challenge his audience to what? What does he want them to get out there and do in the world? All right. So if you follow my frame by copying all the black text and then plugging in your answers there where it's yellow highlighted, maintaining flow, making sure it all sounds like a readable sentence and somebody that's a native speaker of English wrote it and not a caveman with caveman talk. Okay. That's all you've got for today. The due dates for this are posted along with the assignment, so be sure to pay close attention to that. But like I said, guys, this is a whole lot of copying and pasting and a teensy-weensy bit of thinking. But the thinking that I am asking you guys to do is kind of holistic. It's global. It's putting all the pieces together into an overall statement. Why did he use the allusion? And overall, what's the point of the speech and what was he hoping to accomplish? Okay, you guys answer those 2 questions and you answer them to the best of your ability. I'll be checking through these as soon as everybody gets them turned in. If you need any help, my office hours, once again, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Email me, Google Hangouts, message me, Instagram, message me, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me. And if you need any extra help or any extra explanation, we'll figure out a time and a place to make that happen. All right, but until then, I'll let you guys get to it, get busy, get started, get this stuff turned in, and I'll see you when I see you. Stay clean, stay safe, strive today, thrive tomorrow. Peace.